Hey everyone, welcome back to English Conversation Studio. I'm Alex. Today we're at the gym. Whether you're a regular gym goer or you've never set foot in one, this conversation is full of useful everyday English. And today's grammar is comparatives and superlatives, comparing things in English. Running is easier than weightlifting. This is the hardest exercise I've ever done. Let's go.
And I'm Anna. Comparatives and superlatives come up constantly in real conversation, not just at the gym, but everywhere. We'll explain the rules clearly as we go. Let's start. Okay, I'm here. I actually came. This is a bigger deal than it sounds, honestly. I've been putting this off for weeks.
I know, but you're here now, and that's what matters. So, have you been to a gym before, or is this your first time?
I went to one about 3 years ago for a few months, but this place looks much more modern than the one I used to go to. That gym was smaller, older, and honestly a bit depressing. This feels more welcoming already.
This gym is definitely one of the better ones in the area. The equipment is newer, it's cleaner than most places I've tried, and it's less crowded than the big chain gyms. That was the most important thing for me. I hate waiting for machines.
Oh, that's such a good point. There's nothing more frustrating than queuing for equipment. Okay, where do we start? I feel slightly lost, honestly.
Let's look at comparatives. We use them to compare two things. Anna said this place looks more modern than the old gym. That gym was smaller and older. Alex said it's cleaner than most places and less crowded than big gyms. The rules: short adjectives add er, small, smaller, old, older, fast, faster. Longer adjectives use more or less, more modern, more comfortable, less crowded. And always use than when you mention the second thing.
A few irregular ones to remember: good, better; bad, worse; far, farther or further. I feel better than yesterday. This is worse than I expected. These don't follow the normal rules, just memorize them. They come up constantly in everyday conversation.
Okay, let's start with a warm-up. The treadmill is always a good beginning. It's more straightforward than most machines and easier to control. 5 to 10 minutes just to get the blood moving.
Good idea. I feel more confident starting with something familiar. So, what's your usual routine? Do you follow a specific program?
I do now, but when I first started, I just did whatever felt comfortable. My current routine is more structured than what I used to do. I split it into different muscle groups across the week. It's much more effective than just doing random exercises every session.
I can imagine. So, which do you find harder, cardio or weights?
For me, weights are harder mentally than cardio. Cardio, I can just zone out and run, but with weights, I have to focus on form, count reps, track progress. It requires more concentration. What about you? Which do you prefer?
Honestly, I find cardio more enjoyable than weights. There's something about just moving, running, cycling that feels more natural to me. Weights always make me feel a bit awkward, like I don't really know what I'm doing.
That's completely normal at the start. Everyone feels that way. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. After a few weeks, you'll feel much more confident than you do right now.
Okay, this is fine, actually. Slower than I expected, but fine. So tell me, what's the most important thing you've learned about exercise since you started properly?
The most important thing, and I say this without hesitation, is that rest is just as important as training. I used to think more exercise was always better, but actually your muscles grow and recover during rest days, not during the workout itself. Training every single day is worse than training 4 times with proper recovery.
Really? That's the opposite of what I always assumed. I thought the people who trained every day were the most dedicated and got the best results.
It's one of the most common misconceptions in fitness. The best results come from the most consistent and sustainable approach, not the most intense one. Slow and steady genuinely wins this race.
Now, superlatives. We use these when something is at the top or bottom of a group, comparing one thing to everything else. Alex said, rest is the most important thing. Short adjectives add est, the fastest, the hardest, the oldest. Longer adjectives use the most or the least effective, the most common, the least enjoyable, and always use the before a superlative.
Irregular superlatives: good, the best; bad, the worst; far, the furthest. "This is the best gym I've tried. That was the worst workout of my life." These are the most commonly used superlatives in everyday English. Make sure you know them.
Okay, 10 minutes done. That was easier than I expected, actually. I thought I'd be more out of breath.
See, you're fitter than you think. Okay, shall we try some body weight exercises? No machines, no weights, just using your own body. It's the most beginner-friendly way to build strength.
Yes, that sounds less intimidating than the weight section, honestly. Some of those machines look like medieval torture devices.
I know, they do look terrifying at first, but they're actually simpler than they appear. Okay, let's do some squats, some lunges, and some core work. These are the most functional exercises you can do. They use the muscles you need most in everyday life.
Functional. I like that word. Exercise that actually connects to real life rather than just looking good.
Exactly. And honestly, the results are more noticeable in daily life than purely aesthetic training. You'll feel stronger, move better, have more energy. Those benefits are more meaningful than just fitting into smaller jeans, though that happens too.
I'll take all the benefits. Okay, squats. Show me how it's done.
Okay, feet shoulder width apart, back straight, lower down as if you're sitting into a chair. The lower you go, the more effective it is, but only go as far as feels comfortable. Quality is more important than depth at this stage.
Okay, that's harder than it looks. My legs are already shaking.
That means it's working. That shaky feeling is your muscles being challenged. It's a good sign. You'll find it easier and easier each week, I promise.
I'm gonna hold you to that promise. Okay, I have to say, I feel better about the gym than I ever have before. Having someone explain things properly makes such a huge difference.
That's honestly the biggest barrier for most beginners, not knowing where to start or what to do. Once you have even a basic plan, it becomes so much less scary. And the gym is actually one of the most welcoming places once you get past the first few visits.
I'm starting to believe that. Same time next week?
Same time next week and you'll already be stronger than you are today.
Grammar review. Comparatives, comparing two things. Short adjectives add er, faster, stronger, older. Longer adjectives use more or less, more effective, less crowded. Always use than. Irregular, better, worse, further.
Quick tip, not sure if an adjective is short or long? One syllable, always er and est. Fast, faster, fastest. Two or more syllables, usually more and most. Comfortable, more comfortable, most comfortable. Simple.
Key phrases today. First, that's a bigger deal than it sounds. Something is more significant or meaningful than it might appear to others. Honest and relatable.
Next, zone out. To stop thinking consciously and just do something automatically. I put on music and zone out on the treadmill. Very natural. And finally, you just need to start. Simple, motivating, and true. Removing the overthinking and just taking the first step.
That's all for today, listeners. What's the best gym or exercise experience you've ever had? Tell us in the comments. Use a comparative or superlative in your answer.
Like, subscribe, and share English Conversation Studio.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Keep moving.